Imagine waking up one morning feeling perfectly fine, only to later discover that something you ate yesterday, something you've probably enjoyed for years, could have put your brain at serious risk. It's terrifying to think that a simple, everyday vegetable, one that you've trusted as part of a healthy diet, might silently be doubling your chances of a stroke overnight. You might be thinking, that can't be true, I've been careful about what I eat. Yet recent studies are uncovering shocking truths about foods we assume are safe. Many seniors brush off these warnings, assuming stroke and memory issues are just part of aging, but the reality is far more unsettling. This vegetable, so common in kitchens across the country, is hiding a danger that doesn't announce itself immediately. There's no sudden pain, no alarm bell ringing in your head, just a silent increase in risk that creeps up without any warning signs. The fear of losing independence, of no longer being able to enjoy life as fully, hits harder when you realize that prevention could have been simple if only you knew the truth. Imagine sitting down for your usual meal, thinking it's nourishing your body, when in fact, it might be sabotaging your brain and heart. Your family, friends, and loved ones depend on you, and the idea that something so ordinary could threaten your health overnight is deeply unsettling. For many seniors, the mind starts racing with questions. How long have I been eating this without realizing the danger? Could I have avoided health problems if I had known earlier? Is it too late to reverse the risk? These thoughts are hard to shake because they tap into a fundamental insecurity that grows with age, the fear that your body is slowly betraying you. Even if you've been disciplined with your exercise, sleep, and other healthy habits, one overlooked food can undo a lot of that effort. That's why this discovery is so shocking, because it challenges everything you thought you knew about healthy eating and forces you to rethink habits you've trusted for decades. It's a wake-up call to pay attention, to question even the most ordinary parts of your diet, and to take control before silent risks escalate into life-altering consequences. The thought of something so simple causing such dramatic harm overnight creates a sense of urgency that is impossible to ignore, pushing you to stay alert, informed, and ready to act for the sake of your health and longevity. As we age, it's natural to start worrying about our memory, our alertness, and the sudden health scares that seem to hit out of nowhere. For seniors, even small lapses in memory can feel frightening, and every news story about strokes or cognitive decline adds a layer of anxiety. You start noticing little things, misplacing your keys more often, forgetting names, or feeling a brief dizziness when standing up, and it makes you wonder if your body is silently betraying you. These aren't just minor inconveniences. They are subtle warnings that something might be wrong, and the thought of losing independence or being a burden to your loved ones is terrifying. Many seniors spend years focusing on exercise, keeping active, and maintaining a balanced diet, yet they still live with the nagging fear that one misstep could trigger a major health crisis. It's this hidden insecurity that makes the idea of a vegetable, one you may have eaten countless times, posing a serious brain risk so alarming. The fear isn't irrational. Strokes, memory decline, and cognitive issues often feel unpredictable, striking seemingly healthy people without warning. That uncertainty can make everyday decisions like what to eat suddenly feel loaded with weight. You might find yourself thinking about your future while preparing a meal, questioning whether what's on your plate is helping or harming your body. It's easy to fall into a cycle of worry, imagining worst-case scenarios and questioning choices you've made for decades, because your health now feels fragile in ways it never did before. Many seniors are motivated by a deep desire to remain sharp, independent, and fully present for their families, and the thought that a simple dietary habit could threaten that creates a powerful emotional pull. That's why connecting this hidden danger to the fears and insecurities of older adults is so crucial. It's not just about the vegetable itself. It's about the peace of mind, the confidence in your own body, and the assurance that you can enjoy life without constant worry. Understanding that these small risks exist, and that they can be managed with knowledge and careful choices, turns fear into empowerment, encouraging seniors to take control of their health before something irreversible happens, and reminding them that even in later years, simple changes can make a profound difference in protecting their brain and overall well-being. Now comes the moment that makes you hold your breath, the moment where curiosity and fear collide, because it's time to reveal the surprising culprit without naming it just yet. Imagine the vegetable you've trusted for decades, the one that has been a regular part of your meals, the one that seems harmless and even healthy, suddenly being cast in a completely different light. You might be thinking of every meal you've prepared, every time you included it in your salad, soup, or dinner plate, and the thought itself creates a knot in your stomach. What if all those years of believing you were making healthy choices were quietly putting your brain at risk? The discovery that scientists and nutrition experts are now talking about doesn't come with the drama of immediate symptoms. It's subtle, insidious, and completely hidden, which is what makes it so shocking. For seniors, the revelation that something so ordinary could have such a dramatic impact overnight challenges everything you thought you knew about diet and health. You begin to question every bite, wondering if your habits, your trusted routines, could be silently increasing your chances of a stroke or cognitive decline. The suspense isn't just for entertainment. It's deeply personal, touching the part of you that wants to protect yourself and those you love. It raises a natural human curiosity. How can something so common, something so ingrained in daily life, become a hidden danger? And the more you think about it, the more you realize that this is not just about a vegetable, it's about awareness. It's about paying attention to what your body needs and what it cannot tolerate. You start connecting the dots between small changes in energy levels, occasional dizziness, forgetfulness, or brain fog, and the foods you consume without hesitation. It's a wake-up call, a reminder that even the most ordinary items in your kitchen can have extraordinary effects, for better or worse. The mystery element, the not revealing of the vegetable immediately, keeps your mind engaged, racing with possibilities, comparing your own habits with the warnings being presented. You begin to feel a mixture of fear and empowerment, because once the truth is revealed, you'll have the knowledge to act, to swap, to protect, and to prevent the risks before they escalate. This tension, the combination of suspense, personal stakes, and the hope that something as simple as adjusting your diet could safeguard your brain, is what keeps the mind alert and invested, making the revelation both shocking and deeply motivating, pushing you toward the next part of the story where solutions and life-saving choices will finally come into focus. When it comes to understanding why this common vegetable can have such a dramatic impact on your brain and stroke risk, the explanation is simpler than you might think, yet it's powerful enough to change the way you look at every meal. Inside this seemingly harmless food are compounds that, in most people, can trigger changes in blood flow, inflammation, and the delicate balance of nutrients your brain relies on to function properly. For seniors, whose bodies are naturally more sensitive and whose blood vessels may already be less resilient, these effects are amplified in ways that are almost invisible until it's too late. Imagine your arteries as fragile highways delivering life-giving oxygen to every part of your brain, and this vegetable creating tiny blockages or stress points along the way, doubling the chances that a stroke could occur overnight. The science behind it might sound complex, but it boils down to one crucial idea. Your brain depends on a consistent, balanced supply of nutrients and a clear path for blood to flow, and even a single disruptive factor can throw everything off balance. It's not just about the risk of stroke either. It's about the subtle decline in cognitive function that many seniors notice as memory lapses, difficulty concentrating, or sudden fatigue. These changes may seem normal or attributed to age, but they can be directly linked to compounds in foods that interfere with your body's natural systems. Experts have found that inflammation caused by certain chemicals in this vegetable can increase the likelihood of blood clots, elevate blood pressure, and stress the vascular system, which in turn affects brain health and can trigger life-altering events if not addressed. The good news is that awareness is a powerful tool. By understanding exactly how this vegetable impacts the brain and cardiovascular system, you gain the ability to make smarter choices without feeling deprived. It's about replacing fear with knowledge, and knowledge with actionable steps that preserve your independence, sharpness, and vitality. For seniors who have dedicated years to maintaining an active lifestyle, eating balanced meals, and protecting their health, this information is not just a warning, it's an opportunity. An opportunity to take control of a hidden risk, to adjust habits that were once thought harmless, and to empower yourself with small changes that have a dramatic effect on preventing stroke, protecting memory, and maintaining overall well-being. It's astonishing how something so common can influence your health so profoundly, yet it also highlights a remarkable truth. By paying attention and making informed choices, you can dramatically reduce risks and continue living life with clarity, energy, and confidence, even in later years. The most empowering part of this discovery is realizing that you don't have to give up the foods you love entirely or live in fear, because small, intentional changes in your daily habits can dramatically reduce the risk this vegetable poses to your brain and heart. Seniors often feel trapped between wanting to enjoy meals and needing to protect their health, but the solution doesn't have to be extreme or complicated. It starts with awareness, simply knowing which foods might be harmful in excess and which alternatives can provide similar flavor, texture, or nutrients without the hidden dangers. For example, swapping this risky vegetable with others that are naturally anti-inflammatory, rich in antioxidants, and supportive of blood flow can nourish your brain while keeping stroke risk low. Pairing meals with light exercises, such as gentle walking after eating, stretching, or simple balance exercises, enhances circulation and helps your body process nutrients more effectively. It's astonishing how a few minutes of mindful movement can make a tangible difference in how your body reacts to certain foods. Hydration also plays a role. Seniors often underestimate how much water influences circulation, digestion, and overall brain health. Drinking water throughout the day, especially around mealtimes, can reduce strain on your vascular system and keep your brain sharper. Beyond diet and exercise, cultivating a calm, positive mindset is equally important. Stress, even minor daily stress, can exacerbate inflammation, affect blood pressure, and make your body more susceptible to the hidden risks in food. Simple mindfulness practices like deep breathing, short meditation sessions, or even taking quiet moments outdoors can dramatically improve your resilience. Supplements or vitamins may also support your brain health, but these should always complement, not replace, a healthy diet and lifestyle. Small habits compound over time, and for seniors, this is the key to staying independent, sharp, and energetic. It's about creating routines that fit naturally into your life, making health a seamless part of your daily rhythm rather than a stressful chore. By paying attention to these details, swapping one risky vegetable, adding a short walk, drinking enough water, and practicing moments of calm, you take control of your well-being in a way that is empowering, actionable, and sustainable. This isn't about fear or restriction. It's about reclaiming confidence in your choices and knowing that even later in life, you have the power to protect your brain, support your heart, and enjoy the foods you love safely, with each decision reinforcing your vitality and independence. What makes this whole journey even more inspiring is realizing that the small steps you take today can create a ripple effect that profoundly improves your overall health and well-being, even in your later years. Seniors often think that major lifestyle changes are required to see meaningful results, but the truth is that consistency and intention matter far more than drastic measures. By making mindful choices around your diet, like swapping one risky vegetable for safer alternatives, you're not only protecting your brain but also supporting your heart, blood vessels, and energy levels throughout the day. Pairing these dietary adjustments with light daily movement, whether it's a short walk around the block, gentle stretching, or simple strength exercises, keeps circulation strong, muscles engaged, and balance steady, reducing the likelihood of injuries or falls. And while these physical habits are crucial, cultivating a positive mindset can be just as transformative. When you approach life with optimism and gratitude, stress levels decrease, inflammation in the body drops, and your resilience against hidden health risks increases. Many seniors underestimate how much the mind and body are connected, but every positive thought, every calm breath, every small habit reinforces a stronger, healthier you. Sleep also plays a pivotal role in this holistic approach. Ensuring regular, restorative rest allows your brain to detoxify, memory to consolidate, and energy to recharge, which directly complements the benefits of a brain-friendly diet and light exercise. The beauty of these small, consistent actions is that they compound over time, creating a sense of empowerment and control over your health that is priceless. Instead of feeling at the mercy of age or hidden dietary risks, you start to feel proactive, capable, and hopeful. You begin to see that each choice, what you eat, how you move, how you rest, and how you think, acts like a protective shield for your brain and body, reducing risks and enhancing quality of life. Even social connections contribute to this positive loop. Engaging with friends, family, or community keeps the mind active, mood elevated, and motivation strong, reinforcing healthy habits without feeling forced. The overall message becomes clear. Aging doesn't mean surrendering to fear or declining health. Instead, it's an opportunity to embrace intentional living, to make daily decisions that safeguard your brain, body, and spirit, and to experience life with renewed energy, clarity, and confidence. Every small, thoughtful action is a victory that builds momentum, proving that even after 60, you can take charge, protect yourself, and continue to thrive with purpose and vitality. Just when you think you've absorbed the shocking truth about this common vegetable and taken steps to protect yourself, there's always more to consider, because hidden risks in everyday foods are more common than most seniors realize, and staying informed can make all the difference between vulnerability and empowerment. The human body is remarkably resilient, yet it is also incredibly sensitive to subtle triggers that accumulate over time, and the more you understand these triggers, the more control you gain over your health. That's why it's so important not to stop at just one revelation. The journey toward protecting your brain, heart, and overall well-being is ongoing, filled with opportunities to learn, adapt, and improve. By staying curious and paying attention to what you eat, how you move, and even how you manage stress, you create layers of protection that help prevent strokes, memory decline, and other age-related complications. For seniors, the idea that knowledge itself can be a form of prevention is empowering because it transforms fear into action, worry into informed decision-making. Imagine the confidence that comes from knowing not just which foods to avoid, but why they are risky, and what safer alternatives exist that still nourish and satisfy. Even minor adjustments, like switching one ingredient, adding a few minutes of light exercise, or incorporating simple stress-reducing practices into your day, accumulate into meaningful protection for your brain and body. And yet, the world of hidden dietary risks doesn't end there. Every meal is an opportunity to evaluate, to learn, and to make choices that reinforce health rather than compromise it. This ongoing awareness creates a mindset shift. Seniors begin to see themselves not as passive recipients of aging, but as active participants in shaping their future health. Each revelation, each new tip, each small habit becomes part of a larger strategy to maintain independence, mental clarity, and vitality well into later years. It's about creating momentum and building confidence with each choice, understanding that the hidden dangers around us are not meant to scare but to motivate. By taking the initiative to stay informed and proactive, seniors can continually rehook themselves to the most important goal: living longer, healthier, and more vibrant lives. The excitement comes from realizing that even simple changes, applied consistently, can produce remarkable results, keeping your mind sharp, your energy high, and your independence intact. proving that awareness and action are the ultimate keys to thriving safely in a world filled with hidden challenges. As we reach the final part of this journey, it's important to pause and reflect on the profound sense of empowerment that comes from knowledge and action, because understanding the hidden risks in everyday foods is only part of the story. The true transformation happens when you take that knowledge and turn it into meaningful steps that protect your brain, heart, and overall well-being. For seniors, the thought of sudden health crises like strokes or cognitive decline can be frightening, but the realization that small, intentional changes in diet, exercise, and lifestyle can dramatically reduce those risks is deeply motivating. It's a reminder that even in later years, you are not powerless. Each choice you make is an opportunity to reclaim control over your health, to strengthen your mind, and to preserve your independence. Imagine looking back a few months from now, knowing that by swapping one vegetable, adding short bursts of movement, drinking enough water, and managing stress, you've taken tangible steps to safeguard your life and vitality. That sense of accomplishment and reassurance is priceless, because it proves that age is not a limitation but a point of awareness, a stage in life where conscious, informed decisions can have a greater impact than ever before. The emotional takeaway here is also about hope and confidence. It's about replacing anxiety with action, fear with empowerment, and uncertainty with a clear plan to protect yourself and your loved ones. By embracing these habits consistently, seniors can experience improvements not only in brain health, but also in energy, mood, and overall quality of life. The ripple effect extends beyond just physical health. Family interactions become richer, daily activities more enjoyable, and the simple pleasure of independence feels more secure. This is the ultimate reward of awareness, knowing that even small adjustments made thoughtfully compound into major benefits over time, creating a life that feels vibrant, resilient, and full of possibility. It's about taking control where you can, understanding that prevention is always better than cure, and appreciating that the choices you make today can define the health, clarity, and happiness you experience tomorrow. In the end, this journey isn't about fear. It's about empowerment, about inspiring seniors to act decisively, to embrace change with confidence, and to recognize that every informed decision strengthens not just the brain, but the body, spirit, and future. By internalizing these lessons, you create a life where health challenges no longer feel inevitable, but manageable, and where each day is approached with the optimism, energy, and awareness that allow you to thrive, protecting yourself while enjoying the richness of life at any age.